That was definitely not in the script for the Singapore Grand Prix. We just finished watching the Singapore Grand Prix qualifying session, and mind blowing. Never in a million years did we think we'd see. Well, yes, possibly we see Sergio not qualify for Q3. Happened a few times, but it's happened to Max this time. The Red Bull, something has definitely changed with that car. The aero package is. Have they been using flexi wings? Has the flexi wing really affected them? Have they even been using it? Are these one of the teams that have been? Secondly, is it to do with the floor technical directive as well? Either way, Red Bull for the first time, both cars didn't qualify for Q3. Unbelievable. Obviously, you saw on the radio. I'll try and get some clips up. You saw on the radio how angry Max was getting. We was getting back to Max being very, very annoyed with his teammates, or sorry, for his team members. And it looks like potentially he could have a couple of grid place drops as well, based on some impeding. I think there was one in the pit lane for the Mercedes guys, and also out on the track with Tsunoda. So unbelievably bad weekend or beginning for the race weekend for the Red Bull team. Absolutely atrocious. I've seen in the comments, I uploaded some pictures, seen in the comments, everyone on Twitter is ecstatic because for once, potentially, it might be a different team that wins a race this weekend. So let's touch into it. Ferrari look incredibly strong this weekend. Don't know what they've done, but again, from last weekend, they've seemed to have grown in confidence as well. The car is working just as they want. So Ferrari managed to do very well on qualifying. So in total, we've got Carlos Sainz that managed to get P1. Then we've got George Russell managed to grab P2, and then followed by Charles Leclerc in P3. Then we've got Lando Norris P4 and Hamilton P5. So that's rounded out a very, very strong top 5. Then Kevin Magnussen, don't know how, absolutely baffling. He managed to get his Haas into P6. Absolute world performance from him. And then we've got Fernando Alonso P7, and I think it's Ocon and Hulkenberg, and then Liam Lawson. I think that rounds off the top 10. But absolutely unbelievable performance from the Ferrari guys, from both Charles and Carlos. Absolutely fantastic. Again, George Russell, he's had a absolute blinder. I think Toto Wolff is going to be very pleased with that as well. I don't know what happened to Lewis. I don't know why there was such a big difference between the two. Normally, Lewis comes on strong, especially at Singapore. It's one of his favourite tracks. So a bit disappointing there if you're a massive Lewis Hamilton fan. We did expect more from Lewis. So it'll be interesting to know why, unless it's a slight setup difference to benefit him in the race. Obviously, Lando is done fantastic again with all these upgrades. Apparently, he's got 9 upgrades on his McLaren. Just going to touch on 2 things. So I'll put a video in. Lance Stroll is a very, very lucky man. Unfortunately, he had a massive whack at the end of Q1, and it was unbelievable. He's very lucky. He managed to walk out of the car okay. Unfortunately, Oscar was coming through just behind, and he then, I think it was a red flag, yellow flag, so he immediately had to slow down. He was in the penultimate corner, so he actually failed to qualify within the top. I think he's 18th, so really disappointing to start there for Oscar. Nonetheless, Liam Lawson, let's talk about Liam Lawson quickly, managing to get his car into P10. Brilliant performance from Liam. Again, I think he's one that's going to be very hard for the new Hugo Boss team next year on what drivers they're going to keep. Do you keep? I think 100% you've got to keep Liam Lawson. I think he's come into it and he's really driving well. He's showing a lot of potential for the future, definitely. Do you keep Tsunoda or do you keep Daniel Ricciardo? That's going to be a difficult decision for those guys. Either way, you've got to keep Liam Lawson. I think he's done a fantastic job. Really, really good effort from him today. But unbelievable, absolute shocker that Max Verstappen failed to qualify within the top 10. Top 10. Got beat by a Haas, right, and an AlphaTauri. Do you know how bad that is? So obviously, you see him get out of the car. He's very annoyed, very angry, which is good. Tomorrow, we're going to get a very agitated Max, which means he's going to be taking even more risks. So he's going to be going for it hard tomorrow. He doesn't care that he's winning a championship, whatever. He will be fighting like a man possessed tomorrow. So all queued up for the racing tomorrow. It's going to be a very exciting race. Potentially, it looks like someone else other than Red Bull will win a race this year, which is a good sign. Overall, is it going to be Ferrari or is Mercedes or Lando got a trick up their sleeve? Let's wait and find out tomorrow. But let me know what you think of Max's qualifying performance today, and also Sergio's. And is it one of these technical directives has come out and have actually slowed the Red Bull down? How can the Red Bull go from being such a dominant car on every single track we've been to, and then all of a sudden completely fall off like they have done today? I've never seen a team so dominant fall off at one single racetrack. It'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow, guys. But let me know in your comments what you think and the reasons for Red Bull's shocking performance. If you're enjoying the content that I'm producing, please just give this video a like and also subscribe to my channel. Thanks.